Have you recently found out that you're a manifestor in human design? Or maybe you're just curious and interested in finding out more about the manifestor type? If any of those apply to you, then this is the video for you. Hello, my name is Veronica. I'm a mindset and business coach, and I recently started my journey in human design. They say that the best way to learn something is actually to teach it to someone else. So I've decided to start a special series on my YouTube channel where I'm going to be sharing with you everything I learn as I learn it about human design. So if this sounds like something that is interesting to you, then make sure you subscribe and come along on the journey. So in the previous videos, we looked at how to understand your chart. If you haven't done so already, I would highly suggest that before you watch this video or right after you watch this video, you go and get your chart. You can do that by following one of the two links that I have left for you in the description box. It's absolutely free. You will just need some details like your birth date, location and time in order for you to pull up the right data and the right chart for you. Once you have that, you'll be able to see whether you are a manifestor, a generator, manifestor generator, projector or reflector. In this video, we're going to be looking specifically at the characteristics of the manifestor type. Please remember that even though you come under the umbrella of one specific aura type, there are still so many layers and intricacies that form your own individual design. So think of your energy type as a top level overview of your design with many more layers and components that come together to make you the unique individual that you are. So manifestors are an incredible type. They represent around 8% of the population. And what distinguishes the manifestor chart is that they have one or more of the three motor centers defined, and these are the root, the heart, and the emotions, but they have an undefined sacral. When we look at the manifestor aura is described as closed and repelling, or as I prefer it, protected and polarizing. Now, the idea of having a closed and repelling aura might be off-putting, but do not be afraid, my manifestor friends, hear me out instead. So I like to think of the manifestor aura as almost like a shield. You have incredible power. As a manifestor, you have the ability to literally create things out of nothing. You have the skill and the capability to manifest whatever your heart desires. And as a result, when you have that much power within you, it's really, really important that you also have protection around it. So the number one, the wrong people can't abuse that kind of power and take advantage of your nature, but also you're able to remain detached to a degree as to what other people want and to be able to go within, look within for guidance as to what you want to use your manifesting powers for. So think of your aura as this magnetic shield that is designed to keep you safe and to protect you. What your aura will be doing is it will be pushing away anyone who isn't good for you or who isn't ready to appreciate your energy and to appreciate what you bring to the table, and instead attract the people who are inspired by you, the people that are drawn to your energy, that want to be part of your project, your ideas, your causes. Like I said, as a manifestor, you have the power to initiate amazing change. And so you can't just let anyone have access to that power. You have to be very mindful of who you let in and who has the privilege to be in the presence of your energy. As a manifestor, it will be in your nature to achieve. It will be in your nature to set goals, take action, and make things happen. And unlike some other designs, it is literally built into the fabric of who you are to be able to manifest things out of nothing. This can be extremely attractive and inspiring and appealing to some people, but it could also be triggering for people who wish they had the abilities you have, who wish they could keep up with your go-getter nature, but who can't. In most cases, you'll be extremely independent and capable, and you'll be able to go after the things you want and make them happen, regardless of whether you have the support of others or not. You are very self-reliant, very independent. In fact, you probably hate being told what to do or feeling like you are trapped. For example, as a child, you might have had a ton of energy and you probably would have hated being told what to do, feeling like your independence was being taken away from you, not having the freedom that you want and that you crave. Also, you might have had very little tolerance. In fact, you may still have very little tolerance for people that you feel are standing in your way of achieving the things that matter to you. And like I said, you are extremely capable people, and as long as you don't feel trapped or held back, you will be able to thrive and and pretty much achieve whatever you set your mind to. Because of the amount of energy that you have and this kind of desire to achieve, to move forward, to work towards things, you might actually find that your version of relaxing is very different to most people's version of slowing down. In fact, you might get frustrated when people tell you to slow down, to take it easy, because it's likely that you won't find enjoyment in that. And so I would imagine, I'm not a manifestor myself, but I would imagine that, for example, with the recent self-care movement, you may have felt some inner discomfort around this idea that relaxing means slowing down and taking it easy and doing nothing. Because it might be the case for you that actually, through doing, you re-energize. Through working towards a goal, you feel fulfilled and you recharge your batteries essentially and find joy and ease in that rhythm that perhaps isn't what most of society would deem as relaxation. So have a think, as a manifestor, do you find it frustrating if someone tells you to slow down? Do you almost feel trapped and controlled if someone tells you to stop doing something or to take it easy? If you do, let me know in the comments. I would love to know. Like I said, because I'm not a manifestor, I'm extremely intrigued in understanding your experience of your energy type. So if you are a manifestor, let me know if this resonates in the comments. One of the things that is really important for you to recognize, become aware of, and pay attention to is that because you are a manifestor, because you can manifest things out of thin air pretty much, it's really, really important for you to be clear and to have intention behind what you are working on. It's really important that you intentionally use your manifesting energy to bring to fruition the things that you want to be working towards, instead of getting sidetracked, going after things or manifesting goals and results that other people feel you should. So as a manifestor, take the time to understand what it is that you want, understand what success means to you, what fulfillment means to you, what joy means to you, and make sure that the things that you're putting your energy into actually align with that bigger picture of what you desire. And just know that you guys are absolutely incredible. Throughout history, manifestors have been the kings, the rulers, the conquerors, inspiring and leading entire nations towards great change, innovation, and a brighter future. So my incredible manifestor friends, you are amazing. Lean into your nature, lean into your design, and you will go to incredible places and take the rest of us with you. Now, there are of course some challenges that come with every single design. So let's have a look at some of the challenges that you might be facing, because bringing awareness to these is the first step to being able to work with some of the problems and the frustrations that might come up for you and find suitable solutions for you to live your healthiest, happiest life possible. So one of the challenges that manifestors can face is, because of the type of aura that you have, as I described earlier, because this aura is protective and polarizing, it can repel some people. You might find that you can literally feel people pulling away at times for reasons that you don't understand. And so that can lead you to feeling misunderstood, to feeling like you don't fit in, to feeling like people don't appreciate you. And to cope with that, you could be leaning into feeling like you need to shrink and like you need to make yourself smaller in order to fit into a box, or leaning into people pleasing just so that people will like you. And something really important for you to know is that you are not on this planet to be liked by everyone. To be honest, no one is. But especially you, with the incredible gifts and powers that you have, you are not here to please everybody. You are here to drive change and action. And not everyone likes change, and not everyone is willing to take action. So you need to accept that in order for you to fulfill your purpose, some people just won't like it, and that will be their problem, not yours. Another challenge that you might face as a manifestor is in relationships, and these can be relationships of any kind: romantic relationships, friendships, family relationships, relationships in the workplace. And the struggle can be that because you've got this almost unquenchable thirst for action, for change, for new things, you might find that people get exhausted around you pretty much. They can't keep up. And you can also have this tendency to want things done in a certain way, because you can see how efficiently things can be. You can have a tendency to have really high standards And when people don't meet those standards, when people don't move as fast as you would like them to, as fast as you know you can move, you can get frustrated with them. You can almost feel like they're holding you back, they're slowing you down, they're just getting in your way. And of course, in relationships, that kind of attitude can create friction, it can create conflict. So as a manifestor, it's really important for you to be able to clearly communicate with other people. And here is where it gets tricky, because as a manifestor, you crave your independence, you want freedom. And so for you, telling someone what you're doing, why you're doing it, can feel limiting. But it's through really effective open communication that you'll be able to still do the things you want to do, but also allow the people in your life, allow the people that come in contact with you to feel considered and valued in their own way. Another challenge I alluded to earlier is this idea that some people will actually be triggered by your genius. They will feel resentful of this incredible ability that you have to decide you want to do something and then make it happen. Most people would love to be able to do that, and when they can't, they feel frustrated. And so watching you do the very things that they want to be doing will be triggering for them. Again, what this might result in is you feeling misunderstood and unappreciated, feeling like you don't quite fit in because people have something against you, feeling like your ideas and your thoughts are not embraced by others. And so what's important for you to become aware of and become compassionate towards and accepting of is that when people respond to you like that, it's not a reflection of you, but it's a reflection of their own limitations and their own conditioning. Again, you're not designed to be appealing to everyone. Your aura will show you that. You are literally designed to attract the right people and repel the wrong ones. Something else you might want to become aware of and consider is that because you crave independence and freedom, when you feel controlled, when you feel trapped, when you feel limited, you can almost deal with that by either rebelling and causing problems and being like, you're not going to hold me down, I'm off, see you later. And that might come hand in hand with emotions like anger and frustration. Or you can go to the other extreme, which is where you literally shut down. Because you can't be your truest self, because you feel like you can't embrace who you really are, you might shut down that part of you completely. And so an analogy that comes up for me is this idea of having a lion in a cage, where this lion needs its freedom, and initially he might fight for it, he might try to escape, he might react, he might try to be let out, but eventually he might give up and become withdrawn and detached and literally shut down. So again, this is one of the ways that human design can help you to recognize aspects of your character, to recognize aspects of your design, and to be able to start leaning into it instead of away from it. Because it's when we operate from a place of complete detachment from who we are actually meant to be, and instead we try and fit in with the shoulds and with the expectations that are imposed on us, with the condition that we're exposed to, that is when we aren't our truest selves. That is when we don't feel fulfilled, we don't feel accomplished, we don't feel like we have a purpose, or that we're actually living up to our individual potential, which every single one of us has in our own unique way. So like I said, you have an incredible gift, and the best thing you can do for yourself and for the world is to lean into it and to allow yourself to thrive. Some of the most famous manifestors are people like Neil Armstrong, the first man to go on the moon. I mean, if that isn't manifesting, I don't know what is. It's people like Donald Trump and Adolf Hitler, which they might not have the best reputations, but when you look at the magnitude of the influence they've been able to create and some of the changes, whether you agree with them or not, of course, they have been able to manifest, it really highlights the extent of what you're capable of. If you're a manifestor, or if you were interested in finding out more about the manifestor type, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember, this is just a short summary. There is so much more to you, more than I could ever put into one single video. But I do hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It does help my channel and it keeps me motivated to make more videos for you. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe so that you don't miss the future videos. In the next video, we're going to be looking at the generator type, another incredible human design that I can't wait to share more about with you. Now, if you're watching this in the future, I am currently training to become a human design reader. So depending on when you're watching this video, video, I might already be offering human design sessions. So if you are interested in finding out more about your unique human design, then feel free to follow the link in the description box to book in your call with me. I can't wait to meet you, and I can't wait to help you and support you in your human design journey. That is it for today. I'll see you here in the next one. Bye.